Hey guys, Deb here. Now that December is over, I finally get to start work on the Phantom. The first thing that I'm going to be focusing on is scribing. For those who've watched my tutorial on scribing, I want to show how I adapt those rules onto this resin kit. I always start off my scribing with a needle tool. This slightly scored line helps me keep the chisels stay on track. Now, this is my first impression, but this first step feels, to me, a lot more crucial on resin. Maybe it's a Volks thing, but this kit's surface is so clean that it feels a lot more slippery than plastic. Which is also why I prefer a duller needle for this step. It being dull means that it takes multiple consistent passes to make a somewhat solid groove. It might feel tedious at first, but each pass is less punishing when a mistake is made. And this idea is what makes it hard for me to go back to using a chisel for the initial pass. Without a track and it being so sharp, I found myself making a lot of frustrating mistakes. I also often use a needle to bring back shallow lines. The lines here on the horn is a perfect example. This one is pretty nasty because of the mold line down the middle. Some people might try sanding that first, but I think that's a huge trap. These lines are just shallow enough to go poof. Next, I use a chisel to make the lines much deeper. This is the workhorse for all of my scribing. For this Phantom, I'm going to be mainly using a 0.075mm chisel. I've been really liking this size lately. The golden 0.15mm has always been well suited for making thin panel lines, but to me it's a bit different when scribing over molds to show off a layered look. I wish I could describe this better, but unlike a panel line, these lines define where one plate ends and the next line begins. It being thinner than a typical panel line gives it a more natural feel to it. Now, this last step I didn't include in my other video. It's running a triangular scraper or a kisage into a scribed line. It's been a somewhat recent addition to my process and I'm still experimenting. I don't think it's mandatory, but hear me out. This last step really furthers the natural look of the line. The triangular shape of the blade deburrs the line while giving it a slight chamfer. I remember struggling with deburring the Baron Zoo scribing before learning this, but since then, it's been a lifesaver. But the main thing I would be careful of would be to not apply the scraper too much since it could widen the line. I wish I had made a full video on scrapers before showing this process, but that's going to be for another time. So far, so good. But there are some details I wonder if I should touch at all. Like this area here behind the foot. It's got so much going on, I wonder if I can do it justice. Might have to think about this one for a while. And the reason why I run panel liner on the parts after is so that I have an easy way to check my scribing. With the resin's light beige color, I have a hard time seeing the line. Oh, whoops. I can see that I missed a spot here. Easy. One issue I have is that the lines look a lot harsher than it's supposed to. Probably because I'm applying black panel liner onto such a light color. When the contrast is so strong, it makes me feel that the lines are thicker than they are. Next time, I should try brown or something a little more diluted. I do think it's going to look pretty good after painting though. Honestly, I came into this build expecting a struggle, but it's been surprisingly smooth. I think all of the hours I spent scribing on plackets carried over pretty well despite the difference in material. Now I'm still not done, so I don't want to speak too soon, but I am feeling pretty good right now. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.